On today's show, Austin Reaves goes off for 50 as the Lakers get a win. Victor Wembanyama does more Victor Wembanyama absolutely insane things. And we talk about every single NBA game from Sunday, October 26th, right here on Locked On NBA Game Night.
When that final buzzer rings, you know it's time for Locked On NBA Game Night. All the post-game reactions to every game across the league, every single night, with insights only the hosts at Locked On can provide. It's the true NBA fans' one stop for all the action. Every game, every night. It's Locked On NBA Game Night. Tipping off now.
What's up, everybody? I'm Danny Cunningham, and you might know me from Locked On Cavs. You might know my co-host, Nick Angstadt.
Hey!
He's still in it for Swipe It tonight. You might know him from Locked On NBA or Locked On Mavericks, and we want to say thank you to you for making Locked On NBA Game Night your first listen today and every day. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube as well. And while you're there, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, click subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the latest content from us here at Locked On NBA. And of course, today's episode brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase. And you know the deal with this show. We talk about every single NBA game, every single night. Nick, excited to be here with you, man.
The Dallas Mavericks got to win. I can show my face back on national shows again.
I knew there was a reason why you were so excited to have the opportunity to fill in. You wanted to finally talk about a Dallas Mavericks win.
Had to be tonight before tomorrow when the Mavs play the Thunder, and I'm back where I was 2 days ago.
I thought the Mavs had the Thunder figured out. That's what I heard from Locked On Mavs. That's what I had heard.
PJ Washington, the god of thunder.
Yeah, the missing piece over in Dallas. We'll get to their game in a little bit, but first we're going to start with the Los Angeles Lakers because they beat the Sacramento Kings 127-120. Austin Reaves absolutely goes off for the Lakers. Obviously no LeBron James, no Luka Doncic, no problem. Austin Reaves 51 points, 11 boards, 9 assists. We have so much to dive into there, but first we're going to hear from Andy Kamenetsky over at Locked On Lakers.
Andy Kamenetsky, co-host of Locked On Lakers podcast, and the Lakers get a 127-120 win over the Kings in Sacramento. They were battling without Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Jackson Hayes, and eventually Gabe Vincent, who sprained his ankle during the game. And the Lakers just collectively played hard. They played physical, and they simply would not give up on this game. Austin Reaves, a career-high 51 points, 22 trips to the line. He missed a triple-double by just 1 assist and tremendous work helping keep the Lakers offense on the rails. 22 and 15 from DeAndre Ayton, who really had a great game on both sides of the ball. 18 points from Rui Hachimura. Some great hustle and determination plays from Marcus Smart, Jared Vanderbilt, Jake LaRavia. Plus, to be frank, some god-awful, inexplicably stupid fouls from the Sacramento Kings help the Lakers forge a win they should be really proud of. For more Lakers coverage, make sure you're watching Locked On Lakers on YouTube and listening wherever you get your podcast.
Well, that certainly sounds like the Sacramento Kings, Nick, to have some god-awful fouls. And to Andy's point, obviously Reaves got to the line 22 times on his own. The Kings shot 18 free throws. The Lakers shot 46 in this game. They had 46 attempts at the free throw line. Just absolutely insane. Whether it's bad officiating, bad defense from the Kings, that is an absurd number.
Yeah, I was listening to Locked On Lakers right after this, and they were like, yeah, they're all legitimate free throws. I mean, it's just the Kings just fouled them. And I'm sure every single Sacramento Kings fan, with all the PTSD they have from all the years of Kings versus Lakers, are thinking the exact same thing. Yep, those are all very ethical free throws for sure. Very normal disparity. Find a new slant, move on. Also, you said no harm, no foul. There is harm to Matt George. I'm concerned about him after a game like this.
My favorite thing Matt George has done so far is the cold open after I believe it was the first Kings game of the year, and he just screamed into a pillow. Now, I've not gone and watched or listened to Locked On Kings since this game, but I imagine that he will just be laying down. He will be horizontal during his entire podcast, talking about this game like he's on a couch talking to a psychiatrist. Because not only if you see Austin Reaves go off for 22 free throws and 51 points, is that going to do that to you? But DeAndre Ayton having the game that he had, where, as Andy mentioned, I do think at times DeAndre can be somebody that when he does put up good numbers, they're a little empty. Like, he's not necessarily a guy that you look at and say, yeah, those 22 points were really impactful, but to go out and have a very, I thought, impactful 22 point, 15 rebound performance. Like that, I think would be another thing that if you're a Kings fan, probably drove you crazy from this game.
Yeah, especially because you missed it by like one lottery ball. You could have gotten DeAndre Ayton in that draft. Like this could have been your reality that you could have had that. And there are no other players.
That's who it could have been.
Yeah, there are no other players that would have been in there. Man, this Austin Reaves game, absolutely insane. Like you said, 51 points. And just like, you can't go over or under any screens on Austin Reaves. He has figured it out. And there's a couple players, we'll talk about another one tonight in Cam Thomas. They've just figured out doesn't matter which way you go off of these screens. And if you get a good screen set for them, they get any kind of space at all, they're going to go up and they're going to pull up for jumpers. It is insane to me how good Austin Reaves has become and just how much control he has with the ball in his hands. Like his usage rate has to be like in the 40s for this game. 22 free throws, 22 shots, 9 assists. And the playmaking too, like not just the scoring. You're talking about a guy in over his first 3 games of the Lakers, 29 assists, 8 turnovers so far, like taking care of the ball, dishing it out, making everything work. And just like when Jalen Brunson really like took his step forward with the Mavs, you saw like, oh, he's a guy that can carry a team that can actually, you can like run an offense through him. Mavs got 2 wins against the Jazz in the playoffs. And you're just like, oh, this is a different kind of guy who can take this level up. And there's not many players in the NBA that can do that, where you give them this opportunity and they can level up in this way. We're maybe talking about one a little bit later with Jaylen Brown, but with Austin Reaves, like he does seem to be one of those guys that can score and can play make and can handle a load like this.
So this was since the Lakers traded for Luka last year at the trade deadline, or I guess just before it. Austin Reaves has played 3 games that had neither Luka Doncic or LeBron James. And Luka is going to miss at least 1 week because of a finger sprain and leg contusion. That was announced earlier in the day on Sunday. In those 3 games, including Sunday, Austin Reaves is averaging 44.3 points per game. Now, it is a small sample size, but he has just gone off each and every time he's gotten this opportunity. So he is that guy that can elevate his game when the opportunity is there. Now, he's going to have it over the course of the next week, and the Lakers are really going to need it because out west, you have to stay afloat. And no LeBron, no Luka for the next week could be a really difficult thing for the Lakers to navigate. But if Austin Reaves continues to play like this, maybe it just never will matter, and maybe he's a superstar.
One thing I'll say about the Kings, I'll never get used to seeing Russell Westbrook wearing number 18. That is just the weirdest thing to me.
Yeah, it doesn't fit. I think ultimately, and I hate to reference this photo, but remember the Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon photo when they're not with the normal teams, right? Like it's
Hakeem
Raptors
with the Raptors.
Magic, I think it was. That's what Russell Westbrook on the Kings is going to be. That's what this is going to be.
Tony Parker on the Hornets.
Yes, I don't know who the star on the other side of that's going to be, but that's what this Russell Westbrook Kings experience is going to be, especially because the Kings are just not going to be a very good basketball team this year. They're not going to be good, and that's going to just, I think, add to it. But let's move on to our next game. Miami Heat beat the New York Knicks 115-107 in Miami. First loss of the season for the Knicks, second win of the season for the Heat. Let's hear from Locked On Heat's Wes Goldberg for more.
The Miami Heat beat the New York Knicks 115-107. I'm Wes Goldberg from Locked On Heat, and it is clear 3 games into the season now.
Is Wes Goldberg inside of this drum? Like, that's the only thing that I can.
But the Miami Heat weren't just talking about playing faster. They are actually going to be playing faster this season. They entered today's game number 1 in the league in pace. I don't know if that's going to change after this one. They outscored the Knicks 31-10 in fast break points in this game. And that was really the difference maker in a game where the Knicks shot and made more 3-pointers. The Heat also got to the free throw line a bunch more. Norm Powell led the Heat with 29 points. He continues to be maybe the most underrated acquisition of the offseason. Bam Adebayo, 19 points and 13 rebounds for him. But one of the other stories early from the season for Miami so far has been the resurrection of Jaime Jaquez Jr. It was a disappointing sophomore campaign for him, but he's been really good, seems really at home in this new up-tempo offense, and he had 17 points and 5 assists in this game, was a team best plus 23 in this game. That bench unit for Miami continues to help expand these leads. 3 games into the season, the Heat are 2-1. They're getting contributions up and down this roster. And again, the story here is completely a revamped offense. They went from the 27th slowest team in the league last year to now the fastest team in the league. We'll see if it holds, but 3 games in, you gotta like what we've seen so far.
When we start covering concerts here at Locked On, I want Wes to do stand-ups after concerts. Like during the encore, I want to know his thoughts on the set.
Wes will do his post game for the concert at a basketball game because it felt like he did his post game for this basketball game inside of a concert where it's like, and you see the background of the video, it's an empty arena.
Yes, that was electric. I need more of that from Wes. Sometimes, if we're lucky, we'll get John Corrales doing that, walking across the floor, like right as soon as the Celtics game ended. I don't know that the players are even off the floor yet, and you have John at half court with the music just absolutely blaring. I don't know if that quite compares to this, but man, what a performance from Wester. The fact that he could stay composed with that going on, I think he deserves more credit than we're giving him. He did. That was a good hit.
Utility player. We have him on both locked on NBA shows, and a guy does it all.
Yes, he absolutely does it all. And I want to ask you before we get to break, buy or sell that the Heat can be a top 5 team in terms of pace this year. I know buy or sell, not our thing, but buy or sell top 5 in pace.
We hear every year, every team says they want to play fast. Did the Cavs say they want to play fast this year?
All 30 of them do.
Yeah, the Mavs said the Mavs also really push that they want to play fast this year. I will buy that because I think some of the guys that they're going to get back to, like Hero, I don't know if Rozier's coming back, but Yakachonis, like those guys will help push the pace as well. And do I have a FanDuel? No. They will push the pace as well. And so I think I'll buy that. I'll buy that they will do that because I think if any coach is going to get a team to do it, it's going to be Spo.
I think that's a great point. I think with Spo trying to get the most out of this roster, I think that's going to be essential because I don't think that they're nearly as talented as they have been in the past. And I think in order to get the most out of this group, playing fast might be the thing that needs to happen. But up next, we're going to talk about Victor Wembanyama because he continues to do things that are just not of this world. So we'll dive into that straight ahead right here on Locked On NBA Game Night. But first, today's show is brought to you by Monarch. Let's be honest. Most of us can't even name all our financial accounts, let alone what they're worth between 401ks, savings, investments. It can be easy to lose track of what you're worth. And if you lose track of what you're worth, you know what you're probably doing? You're probably leaving money on the table. You don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want you to do that. That's why there's Monarch, because they're an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or on your phone. Can help organize your accounts, track your spending, get a better handle on what your investment portfolio might look like. You never have to touch a spreadsheet. You can also review everything with your partner. If you've got that special someone in your life, you can see your shared goals, make better financial decisions together. What a true love story. Monarch's visual dashboards and smart tools make it so much easier to understand where the money's going and how to make it work harder for you. So if that sounds good and you don't want to let this financial opportunity slip through the cracks, what you need to do, use code LOCKEDONNBA. That is LOCKEDON NBA at monarch.com for 50% off your first year. Again, that's Locked On NBA, the code at monarch.com for half off your first year. Today's show is also brought to you by Game Time. Basketball season officially here, and nothing, absolutely nothing beats being in the arena for those opening week games. But let's be real, ticket prices, especially early in the season, can kind of be outrageous because everybody wants to go. Tickets can be a total headache to get, but not with Game Time because you don't have to wait in queues. You don't have surprise fees. You will know the price right before checkout. It's not going to jump on you. That drives me crazy. The hidden fees, none of that with Game Time. It's easy to get frustrated when that happens because all you want to do is cheer on your team, and Game Time makes it possible. They give fans the advantage, and it's your ultimate life hack for scoring amazing NBA tickets fast, easy, and most importantly, stress-free. So if that sounds good to you, take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase. Terms to apply. Again, that's code LOCKEDONNBA, LOCKEDON NBA for $20 off that first purchase. Swipe, tap, ticket, go with Game Time. Thank you again for making today's edition of Locked On NBA Game Night your first listen. Thank you for making it your first listen every single day. And we head on out to San Antonio for the Spurs move to 3-0 with a 118-107 win over the Brooklyn Nets. Spurs led this game big. Nets ended up coming back. But ultimately, Victor Wembanyama is just better at basketball than I thought he would be this year. He does things, Nick, every single game that's like, I didn't know this was possible. And in this game, it was 2 blocks on 1 possession, and the second one was more impressive than the first one considering the recovery. He finishes the night 31 points, 14 boards, 4 assists, and just I could not be more impressed with what we've seen from him so far.
6 blocks, 3 steals, hit 3 threes, 10 made free throws. Like, Has a stat sheet ever been stuffed this much? Like, does Basketball Reference even allow you to put that many categories for you to check to see if anybody's done that in a game before? Because with the threes, the free throws, the blocks, like 3 threes and 6 blocks has to be one of those where you just look at it and go, that's insane. But then add the free throws to it too. I watched the Mavs Spurs game, the first of the season, and I had Victor Wembanyama top 5. I had him 5 in our Locked On Top 100. And some people gave me flack for that and was like, hey, that's too high. He hasn't done anything yet. Like, he's got to prove it to me first. No, like, I've seen him in person multiple times now. I saw him in Summer League in person the first year. Saw him, against the Mavericks multiple times in person. And, like, he is just something different. You watch him warm up. You watch him dribble the ball at his height. And now he's what, 7'6", 7'7", whatever he ends up being now.
Be 8 feet tall soon. I don't
honestly,
know, man. Like, it's insane.
It's unreal what he can do with the ball. He made Derek Lively, who is now 7'3", look small, and he made Anthony Davis look silly, and it made Cooper Flagg look like he was like Austin Reaves out there. He just made him look really small out there. He's something else, and he wasn't even the guy that I was most fixated on in this game.
Was it somebody that plays for the other team?
It was.
Fixated on a Brooklyn net. Would that be Cam Thomas, who had 40 points?
Cam Thomas. So Brooklyn, you kind of buried it a little bit. The Spurs were up 26 in this game. Brooklyn came back. They had like a 35-8 run or something in this game. They took the lead back, which is what apparently they did against the Cavs the other day. Cam Thomas had 14 points in that run. He ended up with 40 points, 0 assists. I'm going to do an early count it up for you, Danny.
Count it up.
Is 40 points, 0 assists the most ethical Hooper line, or is it just like, or is it something different? Because I think it is the most ethical Hooper line that you can have.
I think in terms of hooping, like, this is hooping. And I think that the thing that makes it better is this isn't a 40 points because he got to the line 20 times the way Austin Reaves did. He took 13 free throws, which is no small number, but it's not some absurd number. 40 points to 0 assists is outstanding. The fact that he did not have a single assist, as he is essentially, like, look at the Brooklyn Nets depth chart for point guards. The ball is in Cam Thomas's hands a lot. He gets a lot of shots. This is what it looks like. The fact that he scored 40 points, no assists, might be my favorite stat line of the night.
Amazing.
And I watched in person. I watched Giannis have this bonkers stat line. Jaylen Brown went for 41 on Sunday night. We already talked about Austin Reaves. We just talked about filling the box score with Victor Wembanyama. What's the opposite of that? Because that's what Cam Thomas did. There's filling the box score, and then there's just points.
Absolutely incredible. But yeah, it's Victor Wembanyama's team gets the win in that one. Do you want to talk about Mavs? I want to talk about Mavs.
Let's talk about your Mavs.
They get a win.
Your Mavs got a win today. That's the whole reason you're here. I should
finally happy to talk about.
Should not have made
Mavericks.
You wait 18 minutes. I'm sorry.
The Mavs get a win. It was against the Toronto Raptors. Yes, sure. We'll leave it at that. But the Mavs in the first 2 games looked absolutely horrible, absolutely dreadful. Their offense was awful. Jason Kidd was trying to start this Cooper Flagg, Klay Thompson, PJ Washington, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively lineup. The big no point guard lineup. And a lot of people are saying point Flagg. He was not running point guard. Watched every single minute of that game multiple times. Like, he's not playing point guard. He's not running multiple pick and rolls. It's not like they're running a bunch of point guard stuff for him. PJ Washington did more point guard things than Cooper Flagg has done. They were running with no point guard. And I think Jason Kidd was trying to make a point. And then after the game against the Wizards that the Mavs lost, he went out there and said, we're kind of short in the point guard position. Where he played D'Angelo Russell 8 minutes in that game against the Wizards. Goes out in this game and decides to play D'Angelo Russell 29 minutes, third most on the team in this one. And D'Angelo Russell's 24 points, 6 assists. He has a crazy, 3 that he hits at the end of the shot clock to get his shooting splits up to 1 for 9 at halftime, which is absolutely hilarious. Totally D'Angelo Russell. But he gives them something that they badly needed, and that's just ball handling. Just somebody that can handle the ball in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And that is what they desperately needed in that group. It kind of made it all make sense. The offense was better. There's many things to still be concerned about. Cooper Flagg was good in this game, though, 22 points. And he just keeps adding on to everything that he's going to do. And it feels like he just keeps learning each and every game.
How are they going to survive offensively? Like, you cannot survive in the NBA without having good point guard play. And that's why I look at so many teams that have young point guards and that team is going to struggle. The Mavs have no point guards. Like, it's not even young point guards. It's no point guards. You cannot survive like that.
No, they're not going to. I mean, D'Angelo Russell will stopgap, and he'll be that, I guess, to a degree. Ryan Nembhard is the two-way guy from Gonzaga that was undrafted.
Okay,
that is going to play.
if you're
some
talking
role.
about a two-way guy as your second point guard
I
option
am.
here, you're in trouble.
I am.
You're in trouble. You are.
It's bad. It's not. No, it's not good. They the only way they're going to survive is if they are what they said that their goal is. The player said that their goal is to be a top 3 defense, and they have to be that in order to survive, because you just are not going to be able to in the NBA where you're not elite on one side of the ball if you're going to be this bad on the other end of it. Cooper Flag will keep leveling up.
Top 3 defense.
Not after the first 3 games, it doesn't look like it, because they have not shown me anything close to top 3 defense, and that is the thing that I actually am more concerned about right now.
Well, congratulations to them for getting their first win. I don't know how many wins that converts to in American wins because they beat a Canadian team. I'm not sure how that works.
The fans cheered like it was a playoff win. Like it was awesome. They were just so happy to have a win after how bad the first 2 games were. It was like almost sarcastic.
What an electric atmosphere that must have been at the AAC. Just absolutely electric. Feels like April in Dallas in October. The thing everybody had been waiting for. Cooper Flag's first win as an NBA
playoff
player.
Games go on in May, Danny, right? Like I don't know if
they do.
When's the last time the Cavs were that far into the playoffs? I don't know if that's why you forgot.
That would have been last spring when they played in May in the second round of the playoffs, which is much more recent than Dallas, Nick. Much more, and I bet they play. I bet they play in May again before the Dallas Mavericks do.
I bet they did this year for sure.
So I think we're covered there. We've got a few more games to get to, and we're going to dive into that next right here on Locked On NBA Game Night. But first, today's show brought to you by FanDuel. The NBA is back, and there's no better place to get in on the action than with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Even if you miss the start of the game, or maybe you just want to ride the hot hand because somebody's got it going on late in the game, FanDuel is the place to do it. They've got live bets on everything from who's going to score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout, and it keeps every game exciting, especially when your team might be making that late push. Let's look at the NBA slate for Monday, because Nick mentioned, the Dallas Mavericks, who they finally got a win, and congratulations to them. They take on Oklahoma City on Monday. The Mavericks are 8-point underdogs at home.
Oh, wow. I was expecting double digits.
If you are expecting double digits the way I would, I think Oklahoma City is the way to go there, because
the Rockets are 16.5 point favorite against the Nets that night. I think the Mavs can at least be 10.
The Nets are bad. The Nets are bad. So what's going to happen here is the Mavs have no point guards. The Thunder are a great defensive team. Yeah, I know how this is going to go. Yeah, it's not going to be fun. No, Nick might go. Nick might enjoy himself, but Nick is not going to enjoy watching the Dallas Mavericks tonight against Oklahoma City. And if you make that your first $5 bet, and if that comes to fruition, you'll get $300 back in bonus bets. So head to FanDuel.com right now to sign up and play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Big chicken, baby. I think a lot. I'm very smart.
Take that for that.
Count it up. Count it up. Count it up. Count it up.
This might be our best song that we have.
It's Counted Up. We're counting the most interesting, fun things in the NBA this week or tonight. Let's get into the Blazers versus the Clippers. Clippers get a win, but that's not the thing that I care about tonight, Danny. The Clippers fans, who our friend Darian Vaziri is part of, we're chanting FBI when the Blazers were on the free throw line.
Oh, come on. I didn't see that.
FBI. Chanting FBI at the free throw line. My question for you, though, is,
count it up.
Danny, is there a fan base that least deserves to be able to chant FBI at another team right now than the Clippers?
Not. There is not. There absolutely is not. I imagine, and Portland does not have something similar to the wall that the Clippers have at Inuit Dome. But when the Clippers go to Portland, the Blazers fans should just chant Pablo Torre. That's it.
Aspirations. Aspirations.
That works too. But I think
plant the trees. Plant the trees.
I don't even know if I want to call this creativity, because I do feel like it's low-hanging fruit here. And I think Miami probably would have gotten the same treatment had they been there, or if Damon Jones was employed by any NBA team, that team would have gotten it too. But kudos, like, this is funny. I'm laughing about it. That's great. It's not maybe the most creative thing, but it's pretty funny.
Kawhi Leonard, 30 points, 10 boards in a game that, I don't know, should he still be on the Clippers? I don't know. We haven't decided. Adam Silver hasn't decided yet. Your Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Milwaukee Bucks in this game 118 to 113. Giannis got 40 and 14 and 9. What is up with these almost triple doubles tonight? What did you see from the Cavs and the Bucks?
Cavs played well in spurts. I called this on Locked On Cavs. This is it's winning in progress. Like the Cavs right now are a work in progress. They're incorporating a lot of new rotation players from a team that won 64 games. They still don't have Darius Garland, don't have Max Strus. They did get DeAndre Hunter back on Sunday. That was certainly a good sign for them, but they look really good at times. Like they opened up an 18-point lead. They had a 25-point lead on Friday, and then that lead dwindles, and Milwaukee came all the way back to tie it, and the Cavs have to find a way to win. They'll be fine, but they're a team that looks like they're still learning how to play together, which kind of was expected at this point in the season.
Got a lot of runway ahead of them. My question for you on this one: you saw the Bucks in person now. How many wins is this team getting?
I actually think they're going to win a few more games than expected. Like I think they're going to win. What's expected? 47. I think expected is 42. I think they're expected to be a 500 level team. I think they're going to win 47 or 48 games. I do. Like Giannis 47,
48.
Giannis is so good, man. What Giannis is able to do, and they have enough guys that are going to create shots. Like I think the Cavs won this game because they held Milwaukee to 33 3-point attempts. In their first two games, they averaged 42 attempts. The Bucks are one of the best shooting teams in basketball. Are they going to create enough attempts? Is Giannis going to create enough attempts? Now, they're not a team that I think is a threat in the postseason, but how are you going to deal with Giannis on a Tuesday night in January? You're not. Like if he stays healthy, they're going to be good because he's going to play at an MVP level for 82 games.
Well, if it's a Tuesday, then Chick-fil-A is open, so maybe you can get him to eat enough nuggets that it'll matter.
I mean, then he might have a quadruple double: nuggets, points, rebounds, assists
with the nuggets. The Pacers lose to the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards leaves this game after 3 minutes with a hamstring injury. Let's hear from our guy Tony East on this one for the Pacers.
114-110, the final score as the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Indiana Pacers. Tony East here from Locked On Pacers. That's an 0-3 start for the Pacers. They were much better in this game. They kept it close the whole time, many leads throughout the game. Julius Randle was the biggest thorn in their side, but Pascal Siakam was better than him. 33 points for Siakam, nearly a triple-double as the Pacers had chances to win this one. They were ahead in the third quarter, but kind of an offensive stinker for a big stretch of the third that they couldn't quite overcome, and it's just injuries really holding the Pacers back. Of course, no Anthony Edwards for Minnesota for much of this game, no Tyrese Halliburton at all, and the Pacers now down Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Kim Jones, TJ McConnell, Ben Mather, and Johnny Furphy, and Taylor Peter entering this game. In mid-game, Obi Toppin, who was awesome against Minnesota last year, gets hurt. They're running out of guys. They're using new lineups. Some of them are working. Some of them are not. They've got to figure something out to avoid their first 0-4 start since the 1980s on Wednesday. We'll have more on.
Danny, I'll give you one guess as to who the team the Pacers play next on the schedule is.
Oh my goodness. It's not Dallas.
To avoid going 0-4 for the first time since the 1980s, like Tony said. One guess.
Is it? No, it can't be Brooklyn. It's got to be somebody bad, right?
You overthought. You overthought it.
Is it Chicago?
It's the Dallas Mavericks. Rick Carlisle going against his old team, his old point guard and Jason Kidd, Mavs team that is in a weird state right now, and the Pacers coming in. That is going to be a very interesting game, I think. So follow Locked On Pacers, Locked On Mavs for that one because it's
an interesting game because neither team's going to have point guard play.
That's
like
correct.
That's what this is. That's going to be a tough watch, man. That is going to be a tough watch.
If you love post play, and bigs, and you love weird
I'm going to call my shot. The Pacers are going to win that game. The Pacers are going to
play fast enough. They could.
Well, they're going to play hard.
They take 55 threes. They could 100% win this game. The Pistons beat the Celtics in a game. Let's hear from Kuka Hill. What's the deal, Kuka Hill?
Detroit Pistons with the big-time win over the Boston Celtics. Host of the Locked On Pistons podcast, Kuka Hill here. Asar Thompson continues his breakout season. He had 21 points, 12 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, big-time offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter to help close out this game for the Detroit Pistons, along with 3 assists, 2 steals, and He shot 7 of 8 from the free throw line, which is big for his development. If he's going to make that leap this year, he has to be able to hit his free throws, and he did in this game. Fantastic game from Ausar. Jalen Duren woke up after the first quarter, realized that the Boston Celtics didn't have anyone that can check him. They don't have a good front court, and he dominated them. 24 points, 17 rebounds. He also shot 12 of 13 from the free throw line. Big time game from Jalen Duren. A tough beginning of this game for Jalen Duren, but came through and woke up and had a great game by the end of the game. And then Cunningham came through in the second half. Again, another game where he also struggled early, but came through in the second half, ended the game with 25 points and 8 assists. The Pistons are now 2-1. They have a few home games coming up back to back to back. Should be a good stretch for them. They should be 3-0, but 2-1, they'll take it with the upcoming home stretch on the way.
Jaylen Brown has 40 for the Celtics. John Corrales, we were going to play his, but he's just sad, so you can go listen to John Corrales over on Locked On Celtics. And the last one. The Hornets get a win against the Washington Wizards, and I just wanted to... LaMelo Ball had 38 points, 13 rebounds, 13 assists. My question for you, Danny Cunningham.
Count it up.
Has a Hornet ever had 38 points, 13 rebounds, 13 assists?
No, I don't think one ever has. Am I wrong here? I assume you looked this up if you're asking.
You are correct. Hornet has never had it because only 9 players in NBA history have ever done this. Give me as many players as you can get. 9 players have had 38 points, 13 rebounds, 13 assists. Only 9.
Has Oscar Robertson.
The most, 7.
Has LeBron James done this?
LeBron James had 2.
Has Jason Kidd done this?
Jason Kidd did it 1 time. That's a good pull, Jason Kidd.
Has Giannis done this?
Giannis has not done it. Their first incorrect one.
Has Luka Doncic done this?
Luka, I thought for sure had done it, especially in that Knicks game. He has not done it. LaMelo has had a stat line that Luka has not had.
Has Elgin Baylor done this?
Elgin Baylor did it 1 time. Yes, you're getting close to all of them. You're missing a very obvious one.
How many do I have left?
I think you have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you have 4 left. 5. You're missing 2 very obvious ones, like incredibly.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain 100% has done this. Yes.
Was that one of the obvious ones?
Yes.
Or no? Okay. Has Michael Jordan done this?
Not Michael Jordan, no.
I figured the assist might be tough for him. Kobe Bryant, I'm also going to guess no with the assist.
No, that is a good guess. Currently the best player in the NBA.
The best player in the... Nikola Jokic. Duh.
Jokic has done it twice.
Yeah. I could have said Victor Wembanyama there, and I would have been wrong.
There's one more. There's one more. James Harden has done it twice.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And there's 2 that you probably wouldn't get. John Havlicek did it once, and Pistol Pete Maravich did it once.
Oh man,
LaMelo Ball is in it.
Luka hasn't done that.
I was shocked. I was shocked by that. But LaMelo Ball has had a stat line that Elgin Baylor, John Havlicek, Pistol Pete Maravich, Jason Kidd, Wilt Chamberlain, Nikola Jokic, LeBron James, James Harden, Oscar Robertson, and no one else has had 38 points, 13 rebounds, 13 assists.
Who is the guy that least fits in there?
It's LaMelo Ball by it
has
many.
To be.
It's
right?
so many. I mean, yeah, by a lot.
Like all those guys are Hall of Famers.
For sure.
That's wild.
It is the basketball Hall of Fame. It is not the NBA Hall of Fame. Has LaMelo Ball
Correct.
and the Ball family? Will the Ball family get in as like making contributions to basketball?
I don't think so. And I saw LeVar tonight. LeVar was in Cleveland tonight. Like I saw LeVar Ball at the Cavs game tonight. He's not a Hall of Famer. He's not.
I saw somebody
like they didn't do anything collegiately or internationally. Like I know obviously Lonzo played at UCLA.
Yeah.
Angelo played briefly at UCLA, and obviously LaMelo did not play in college. He played across the world, but I don't think they really accomplished anything at those stops.
I think there should be like a place in the Hall of Fame for like contributions to basketball that just like were just in the zeitgeist, like just in around. And I think there should be like a wing where you put weird stuff like this. Like the Ball family should just have like a little corner.
Just put the Chino Hills basketball team in there.
Yeah, Okongwu, that's the way he's getting in the Hall of Fame too. Thanks for hanging out with us on Locked On NBA. Go check out Locked On Cavs, Locked On Mavs, all these great shows that we talked about all day long. Go check out those shows. Link in the description to find it. Go listen to Wes, Hayes, and Matt on Locked On NBA Daily. Thanks so much for listening to Locked On NBA.